Today on Car Stuff, we're doing another revival video on this. This is a 1956 Chevy Belair. It's been sitting for about 10 years in that shop right there, and on this episode we're going to drag it out here, get it running, and drive it home. Hopefully. We haven't really gotten to that last part yet when we're shooting this, so we might drive it home. All right, so we're here. We just got here, and there's some cool cars. We've got a old Ford F100 right there. There's a mint S10 like utility truck. There's an RS Camaro right here, which is kind of cool. And then over there, there's another old car. So we're gonna see if we can't find the guy we're looking for, Tim. And yeah, the car that we're here to look at is actually gonna be in this building over here, but we're waiting on Tim. He said he was out back. It's the brown car. It's definitely the brown car. That's a Tri-5. There's a lot of cars in here, some low mileage stuff. Is that a 59 Edsel?
It is.
Nice.
Yeah.
59 Edsel.
That's my dad's car. It is, yeah, 86.
80s. Well, here's what we're here to see. This is a 1956 Chevy Belair.
Four-door post, got the fat white walls.
Yeah. College student from fall of 04 was the came and then graduated. In Antonia, Texas, and McPherson. He put the 700 R4 and the Crate 350. He put a low car shift cable on it.
Mm-hmm.
And something about that cable broke. Like when they drove the car here, we had to have a guy hold the brakes and shift it manually.
Like under the car?
Under the car.
Yeah, I've done that a couple times.
Minty fresh, eh? Throw some Listerine in there, that'll clean it up.
It might run. So the plan right now, we're gonna run, we're gonna grab the keys for the Chevy. We're gonna see what's in the trunk and all that. But yeah, we're over here. So this is Tim's. He's got a YouTube channel too, Mr.Goodpliers. I'll throw the link down. I'll put a link in it in the video here. But yeah, that's where we're at today, over here in Whitewater, Kansas. Just hanging out. We're gonna see if we can get something running today. Well, we've got the keys to the Chevy now. We're gonna see if we can't get this trunk open. I have to go grab one of my flashlights. Oh, there it is. Oh, there's hubcaps. Awesome. Well, so the plan right now, we're gonna throw a battery in it and see if anything is majorly broken, and then crack the line. That's why I got a screwdriver, and see if it'll fire off for us.
Making the trick once again.
Making the trick once again. Oh, this is a little tech tip for you. If you're gonna go do a revival, bring along this thing. It's pretty handy. So this is just a little tool carrying kit. This is actually for carpentry, but it works really great for other things. So I typically keep pliers, screwdrivers. I will grab this, my lean over mat. Any other necessities.
Fine 50s automobile.
Yes, a glass of whiskey if you would. I got my pair of pliers here. We're trying to get this off, if you can shine the camera down there. So this rubber line, sometimes these get older, they just don't want to come off. There's no room to work on.
Nice grips. Do you have something you want to listen?
Oh yeah, just awesome. Okay, so now there we go. Let's see if we can get this expert pouring action. So here's a tech tip. Here's a tip. If you ever need, yeah, I'm gonna just put. If you ever use Lucas like I do, because most of your cars leak, like a sieve. You know, you put this up there, you thicken that oil up, and it won't burn as much. Keep the bottle, because they're great for stuff like this. Put some gas in there. Okay. And then
if you can get the gas in there.
I'm gonna spill that everywhere. That's enough. So put some gas in there, because then you have a nice tip to squirt. You can fill the bowls of the carburetor up, and get gas all over your hands. That's nice.
There you go.
It should pop off if it's gonna. Yeah.
There we go.
I am the carburetor.
Well, it did fire up, ran pretty good, so we made the deal, and welcome to the new car of car stuff. This is our 1956 Chevy Belair 4-door post. This was the first year for 4-door hardtop. This is not a 4-door hardtop. Those are pretty cool though, if you find one. We're gonna crack the drain in the tank right there. You can kind of see it. It's pretty dark in here, so I do apologize for that. But we're gonna crack that. We're gonna see what the gas looks like. We might run it. I know some people would not be too happy about that, but they can deal. We decided to take the drain plug off the gas tank and look at what's in there. And this is not what I expected. This is what we got. That looks like straight oil. It's very filmy, which is not what you want to run in a gas car. It's not good. So it's pretty bad. We're gonna kind of regroup here. We're thinking maybe take the gas tank out. There's a power washer. Power wash that gas tank. If you're from the EPA, please don't listen to what I'm saying. Right now, we're gonna try and sneak the car out of the garage door there. That way, we've got a little more light. I know it's a little dark in here right now. The camera quality is not as good in the dark, so we're gonna try to push it in the light. We either need to get a trailer or see if we can get it to move, but we don't know if the brakes work. It does have bias-wise, which means flat spots, but that's all right. This was the big concern. This is not good, but it does run. So we just don't want to run this through our engine. I mean, it is a 350. It probably would take it fine, but I don't really know if I want to do that. So that's the plan. Well, yeah, we do have to take down the fence, part of the fence, move the value van, and then we have to disassemble the garage door, move another car out, and then get the Chevy out. It's quite the process, but we'll get it. So we've moved the gate, we've moved the van. Now we actually have to disassemble the garage door. It's not a lot of tracks. That's all right. So we got to do that. We'll have to move 2 cars. Well, 1 car and then our car. I know I keep flipping the camera around. I hope the audio is good today. I am using a new microphone. Fingers crossed that's good. But we're hoping for the best here. Pretty excited actually. I do like the car. So yeah, that's the garage door we're gonna move it out of. We'll go back through the maze here and we'll get it unburied. How do I look?
You look like you drive a 71 Caprice. I mean Impala.
I drive a Caprice.
You would drive a Caprice?
I do drive a Caprice.
Clear on this side.
Yeah, you're doing good. The Caprice is out. We'll see if the brakes, we're not sure the brakes on the 56 work. The pedal's quite mushy. Hey, now you can see it a lot better. So we do have, there's a couple areas that aren't perfect. You know, this has obviously been fixed by somebody who thought that they could fix rust with body filler, which is not how that works. It is dented here.
Keep coming, keep coming.
That's good there. Okay.
No, I don't do that. Yep, you're good. You have brakes? Oh, good. This thing's really cool. I'm gonna get the walk around.
Good news is the brakes work.
Well, that's excellent. How's she drive, Spencer?
He drives all right. Well, I was wondering if, oh, I have to glue some more. This says Matt's Casino on it. Matt wherever you are, we're taking good care of your car. Yeah, the brakes seem to actually work. Out in the light, we can see it. I was gonna say we can see if Tim swindled me or not. I don't think he did.
Take your wasp nest off.
It might take the paint off. I'm a little worried about it. Not bad. Look at that.
Ceremonial throwing of
Ceremonial. Look at that. It looks good outside. Our next plan is, if you follow me outside, we got the car out, which is awesome. It looks great. I mean, it really shines. We're gonna get the gas tank out and power wash it, but it's pretty bad. So I think we'll pull the truck up close, so we have all the tools. I've got our mat. I've got all the rest of it. And I got a bunch of friends. This is the key. You bring friends. That way, they'll do the work for you, and you can stand around and film the whole time. Wait a minute. I don't think the gas gauge works. Let's see, unit just rusted up. We'll know in about 10 seconds. Hey there. So right now we're trying to get the gas tank out since what we found was pretty nasty, and it's going pretty good. We have the straps off. Everything's pretty clean. It's not too rusty, which really helps our case. And yeah, it's going pretty well. Adam's under there right now, fooling around. Oh, we got it. Are you okay? I didn't mean to hit you. Oh. Oh. Dude. Oh.
The forbidden molasses.
Oh no. I think it'll clean. It's so thick. It's syrupy. We took our sending unit out, and if you'll note, if you would come over here with that camera, it just
it's losing parts.
It's losing parts. Oh,
it won't work anymore.
Yeah, now it won't work. So when you don't have a sending unit, that just broke off as I picked it up. The float, as you'll note, might have been plastic if this was a repo. Probably was brass, but it's not there, and it's not in the tank. So it might be in there in many different molecules. I can't believe this broke.
I can. I definitely can.
Yeah, cheap Chinesium. So what we got here, we got our tank. We did get it cleaned out. The problem is we have a couple areas with pinholes, so we're gonna have to figure that out. So it's clean inside. It's not too bad, but there's a really tiny hole there. There's just some spread out. It's mainly on this side, and it's mainly where gas was sitting in the car. So we have to figure that out. I know you can slosh POR 15 in there and get that figured out. So right now the tank has kind of screwed us over, which is no bueno. So the plan, it's not recording. The plan right now, we're gonna run it over to the car wash. That's right over there. We're gonna tow it with the Escalade. We're gonna give the good old Chevy a wash. He hasn't seen a wash in quite some time. A little dusty, but it'll be fine.
Quality stuff here.
I can't believe Well, we cleaned it up. It looks a lot better. You know, it is not dusty. Paint could use a buffing, and that's, to be expected. It was sitting in a barn for quite some time, but that's all we're gonna do today. We need to go clean our gas tank a little bit more, fix that up, and then I think she'll run. We do know it runs. We did clean it up. That was kind of the gist of today. Tomorrow is the day that we're gonna figure everything else up. Got to go to the bank and all that fun stuff. So, yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for today, but we'll see you tomorrow. Welcome back to Car Stuff. I'm Spencer Rice. It's the next day. We're working on the 56 Chevy again. We came back with a few more parts. I'll show those what we've got here. So to recap, yesterday we did get it running. We pulled it out. We got it clean. So she's looking pretty nice. I did bring another different crew of guys. Of course, Nate is still with us.
What time is it?
Cleaned up the gas tank. We've got a new battery for it. We're gonna do the oil change, and then we've got some gas that we're gonna put in it. So we got all hands on deck right over here. Noah is under the car putting the gas tank in. Right, Noah? Looking busy. Getting her on. Tegan was doing the oil change, getting oil all over his hands. And Nate is putting on a new fuel filter. Oh.
Nothing to cut.
Oh. I did. Oh, I'll get you some zip ties so we can tuck that somewhere. So we're gonna get this wrapped up, hopefully start it up, let it warm up, and hopefully that fuel pump works, because we're not quite sure if it does. That's what we're up to right now, so we're gonna do all that, and hopefully start it up and drive it for the first time. Putting a filter on it just in case. I just realized as I'm looking at this, I put it on backwards. I'm gonna take it back off and then put it on correctly. That's what I'm up to while everyone else is keeping busy. I'm just fiddling around. We got new fuel filter. We did the oil change and hopefully got all that buttoned up. If we don't, we'll blame Tegan. It's all his fault. And we also got the gas tank in, so we should be good to go. We're gonna see if it starts. I got the battery. I hope it's connected. 50s car. Sounds pretty good. Well, it runs. Actually, it's not too bad considering it definitely needs a tune-up. Maybe some new plugs, new wires. That can't hurt it for a car that sat so long. But I think we need to see if it'll go into gear. So I'm gonna go under there, shift it in reverse. We'll try to back up. The shifting cable, a big reason this car is parked. The shifting cable doesn't work. You know, it doesn't actually shift, which is a little bit of a problem. So we're gonna crawl under here and hopefully not burn ourselves in the exhaust. I say ourselves, I'm the only one doing this. And we fiddle around till we find the shifter. There it is, okay. Got the shifter and I just go one click back. It's really delicate, there we go. Now it's in reverse, hopefully. And it should, because there's no neutral safety switch, it should just drive backwards. The fuel pump is pumping, which is every young man's hope and dream, that their fuel pump pumps. You want to sit out here and see if it'll move? First right in the 56. Right in the 56. '56 moved. We moved it. Only a couple yards. The brakes are not good, so we will definitely bleed those before we leave. But I just shifted into drive, so we're gonna see if we can do a little loop. Maybe get her sideways. We'll see. Hey. Okay, we're gonna hit the road. The Chevy seems to be ready. Hopefully we won't have to stop on the side of the road. We have gas. We're gonna stop a little bit along the way to get gas and just check up on it and everything. And hopefully we'll make it. They are gonna be the chase vehicle following us in my truck, and we're gonna be following, no, they're gonna be following us in the Chevy. So, yeah, you guys ready to go? I hope so. I'm a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie to you.
The brakes are... And we're all the way to the floor. And the car is still moving a little bit. I mean, most of this driving is gonna be on the interstate, so...
You make it sound worse. we were to handle the power of the 57 Chevy. 56 Chevy. We honestly, it pulls to the right. Smells okay. Temperature is not too bad. I'm not gonna jinx it because I don't want to do that. If I jinx it, that means we ain't gonna make it. We made it to our first stop. Nusser Fuels. We made it! Well, that's gonna about wrap it up for this one, guys. 56 Chevy runs after 10 years of sitting in a barn. It's finally back to where it started its life in Kansas, right back here in McPherson. So it drove back, no problem really. We did lose one hubcap, but luckily we had extras. We only noticed that when we looked back at the video, so that happened. But we made it back, really no troubles at all. It made it, I think, 40 minutes back, and I mean, really, took it like a champ. Car runs great, it sounds pretty good. Needs a little tune-up, maybe we'll do another video on that. Carb could use some work too, but overall, I can't complain. It does burnouts, which is everybody's dream, and runs pretty good. Does 80 down the highway, so that's gonna wrap it up for this one, guys. Again, I'm Spencer Rice, you're watching Car Stuff. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe so I can do more projects like this. You can see more fun cars on this channel. But until next time, we'll talk to you later.